A Tropicana Implosion date has not been set, but everyone's got a guess. Plus, that new baseball stadium that's supposed to be built where the Tropicana stands now might not be built at all. Let's talk about that this week in gambling. Hello friends, we know the Tropicana's coming down, we just don't know when exactly, although there are some pretty good guesses out there, and we'll discuss those in just a moment. But first, that new baseball stadium they plan to build where the Tropicana's standing right now, there's no money to pay for it. Like none. At all. The $1.5 billion cost was supposed to be paid for through debt financing, investors, and taxpayer money. Except there is no financing, there are no investors. So what about them taxpayers? Tell me why the people of Nevada have to pay for the billionaire owner of the team to have a stadium in their community so that he can continue to profit off of them, huh? Maybe for the same reason that they couldn't fix the roads in Las Vegas until F1 came to town. There was even a legal challenge to this whole taxpayer money thing recently, asking that the issue be put to a vote because the people of Nevada foolishly thought that this cash could be used for something more beneficial, like, say, education. However, the state Supreme Court shot that shit down right quick. Because they don't want people to vote for it, they just want people to pay for it. If taxpayer money was actually used to build the stadium, you would think that when locals attend the games, they would at least get a free beer or two, even though we know that'll never happen, which, by the way, is taxation without intoxication. But even with the $350 million in taxpayer money, they're still going to be short more than $1 billion to build that new ballpark, which begs the question, where do we go from here? Look, they will probably find the investors that they want, and they'll probably get the financing they need. But even if they don't, well, this wouldn't be the first project in the history of Las Vegas to fail. However, there are two things we know for an absolute certainty. The first is that the billionaire owner of the baseball team is not gonna risk one damn dime of his own money on this stadium project. The second is that the Tropicana is coming down at some point. And we'll give you an update on when that might be in just a moment. Because stadium financing aside, there were other stories making headlines out of Las Vegas this week, like Blake Shelton, who will be appearing at Caesars Palace in February, while the Plaza Hotel is closing out summer vacations with special deals. Plus, there was a big win at Treasure Island recently. Casino City has all the details on these stories, plus a new steakhouse at the Wynn and their top 10 casino openings and expansions for August. Just visit them at CasinoCityTimes.com. And finally this week, we all know that the Tropicana is coming down sometime in early October. We just don't know an exact date yet. Although there are a lot of people on YouTube who are guessing, and some even claim to have inside information. Those guesses range from October 3rd to October 7th, which is funny because just a couple of weeks ago, I came right here on this program and predicted October 5th. So you might say I was in the ballpark. Thank you. The truth is, no one knows an exact date just yet, not until Bally's makes the announcement. And hell, at this point, Bally's might not even know an exact date. However, we have our own sources of inside information. You see, our best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend knows this kid who heard from this guy who works for the demolition company, and he saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night, so it must be pretty serious.
Bueller, Bueller,